Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got my cup of coffee. It's afternoon. I'm one of those weird people who drinks coffee from like 7 in the morning until like 5 in the evening, and then I complain to my husband because I can't sleep at night, and duh, I'm drinking coffee late. But I need it because of daylight savings and I'm tired. Okay, fortification done. So I went to the mailbox today and look what I found. My Target beauty box, yay. And I opened it up and I'm very happy to report that my Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette is not damaged. I think a lot of people, they received theirs damaged, and I saw a whole lot of shattered ones on Reddit, but mine is in one piece, hallelujah. So I'm gonna try that on because I wanna try the formula. I've never tried Wet n Wild anything, and I'm really curious to see how the formula is. We'll do that in just a minute. I'm gonna run through my box real fast. So Nexxus Dry Shampoo Refreshing Mist was one of the items, which I'm excited about because I want to try out a bunch of different dry shampoos just to try to give my hair more volume. Second item is Pantene Foam Conditioner, Sheer Volume, and this is a foam, which I think is really interesting. I've never used a foam conditioner. I don't know if there's any others on the market. This is made for fine hair. It's not supposed to weigh your hair down at all. You use it the same way you use a regular conditioner. Just after you shampoo, foam it up, put it in your hair, and I'm really interested to try this because I don't use conditioner every day because it does weigh my hair down, but if this doesn't weigh my hair down, then I may have a conditioner that I use more often. Next item is Olay Micro Scrubbing Cleansing Infusion Hydrating Glow Body Wash in Crushed Ginger. I have to smell this. I love ginger. Oh, that's nice. It's kind of a sweet ginger smell. I'm happy to have bath wash. I go through it really quickly, so this will definitely get used up. Next item is a number 7 Early Defense Glow Activating Serum. It's suitable for sensitive skin. Pretty small. It's only 5 milliliters, 0.16 US fluid ounces. I have a million serums I have to get through. I am not loyal to any one serum. I like to try out different serums, so I tend to kind of rotate through them and have a new one in my collection every few months. So I'm looking forward to trying this. And this is the Skin Renewing Collagen and Elastin Body Lotion by St. Ives. This will go in my purse. It's a perfect size for hand lotion. I have the big bottles. In fact, I'll go grab one. I have this in big bottles all over my house. This is what I love to use for hand lotion. And then in the summer, I use it as body lotion too. It's not quite thick enough to use during the winter months, but it is very fast absorbing. It smells fine. And I have been using this for probably 12, maybe 15 years now. So it's a nice formula. I like St. Ives. It's not too expensive. I think it's like $5 for a big bottle of this. This is 21 fluid ounces and it will last me a long time. So I'm excited to have this. It will go in my purse and it will definitely get used. The last item I'm going to try today for you all as well. This is Clairol Color Crave hair makeup, and it will supposed to turn your hair amethyst color, so a purple color. And I have never dyed my hair a crazy color, and what I love about this is that it works for dark hair and light hair, but you put it on, you set it using a hairdryer, which I'll do in just a minute, and then you wash it out. And my son, who is 10, has been wanting to dye his hair, and I'm not the cool mom. I'm just not really willing to dye his hair, even though our neighbors dye their kids' hair. But I would be willing to do this for him. Do it in the morning and then he could have a crazy color, like get a green one maybe, and then he could have green hair for a day. I think that would be fun and he might really enjoy that. So I'm gonna try this out for you all. I have heard on Reddit some people with darker hair have tried it and it didn't show up at all. So we're gonna see if this shows up on my hair. My hair is extremely dark. I just had it colored about a week ago, so it's pretty dark right now. But I'm just going to take a small section and rub it through there, and I'm going to dry it with the hair dryer and see how it goes. So let's do that first. Done with that, I'll try on that eyeshadow for you and just kind of give you a first impression. But before we do anything, I need more coffee. Yep, this is where it's at. Okay, I'm ready. Let's read instructions. It says, shake tube before use. No problem. Squeeze tube until color appears on sponge applicator. Shake it for a minute and then we'll do that. Coffee break while I'm shaking. So I'm going to open it up. There's the applicator. It's just like a sponge tip. And I'm going to squeeze it until we see something. Ah, there it is. Ha ha ha, I see it. Okay, so there it is. So what's next? We want to swipe onto dry hair strands, and then I'm going to heat with a blow dryer to lock in color, and then you can wash it out with shampoo. I'm literally taking a tiny strand. That's it. That's all I'm going to use. No, can you see any color there? I don't see much of anything. I'm going to try to work it in a little bit more. All right, it's completely saturated. So I'm gonna go wash my hands and get this off because I don't want it to stain my hands. So that is completely saturated. I mean, it's very wet to the touch. I don't know that I could get any more on there. And this still feels full, so that didn't really take up too much product. All right, I'm gonna blow dry it. So the heat is supposed to lock the color in place. I don't know, can you see anything? I see a little bit of a blue sheen. It doesn't look purple at all to me. It looks really blue. I don't know, I guess it could be interesting if I did it on all of my hair and kind of have a blue sheen to it. That would be fun. So my son has blonde hair and I think that this will probably show up on him. So I'm gonna see if he wants purple hair. I think if you have a light colored hair, this could work. I mean, because you can see it, it's just not super visible. But if you had a lighter colored hair, this could definitely work. I think it would be great for like an easy way to apply hair color for a Halloween costume or if you're going to a festival or something. But again, if you have hair as dark as mine, this amethyst color is not really going to show up on you. I don't know, I can see it a little. It's kind of pretty. It's different. Okay, so I already did my eye makeup for the day, so I'm going to take my Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. And I'm just going to take off this eye makeup and I'm going to try this Wet n Wild eyeshadow. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is apply a primer, and this is just my trusty Urban Decay Primer Potion. These are $2.99 at Target, so they're a very good price. And it tells you on here where you're supposed to put them. So you've got your crease shade, your eyelid shade, transition shade, your brow bone shade, and then on the back it has directions where it shows you exactly where to put them. So I'm just going to follow those directions, and the first thing I'm going to do is take the transition shade and I'm going to put that in my crease, and that's a transition shade right there. There's not a whole lot of difference between the transition and the crease shade, but if you'll look, the crease shade's got a little bit of shimmer in it, whereas the transition is more matte. So all of these shades are shimmer except for the transition shade. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set my primer. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that brow bone shade and I'm going to dip into it and just set my primer on this eye. We'll see if it blends better on this eye when I set my primer. So there's decent pigmentation. I will say it's a pretty soft formula. There's definitely some kick up. A little patchy, not terribly patchy. Let's see if I can get it to blend out. It's also a little bit of a dark shade on me for a transition. If you had like a medium light to medium skin tone or darker, then it would probably work really well as a transition, but it's a wee bit dark on me. It might be better kind of as a crease shade on me. So that patchiness is blending out. And I think some of the reason for that patchiness was because I forgot to set my primer, dang it. The transition and crease shade are so much alike that I accidentally got into the wrong shade, but I corrected it. Okay, that's actually better now that I've set my primer. I like this, it's much better. Be sure and use a primer and set it with a light. You can use a light shade in this palette, or you can just use a base powder if you want to. Okay, well the pigmentation is good. So next I'm going to go into the crease shade, which is this shade right there. I find it interesting that their crease shade has a little bit of shimmer to it. Gonna keep it a little bit lower in my crease. Yep, that's going on beautifully. No issues at all applying that. It's blending out nicely. It's a nice brown shade for a crease shade. It's got a nice depth to it. It'll give my eyes that illusion of having depth even though they're hooded. Not bad, Wet n Wild. I'm impressed. I think a lot of companies are starting to realize that their formulations can make or break them. And so they are reformulating, like I believe this is a new reformulation. By the way, this is the Sweet as Candy 5-pan eyeshadow palette. But yeah, this formulation is, I'm pretty impressed considering this is $2.99. Taking a flat packing brush, gonna dip into the eyelid shade, which is that pink shade right there. And I'm just going to pack that all over my eyelid. If you really wanted that color to pop, would recommend wetting your brush. All of these colors are pretty soft in the pan, so you will probably go through them pretty quickly, but I tell you what, at $2.99, who cares? Last, I'm going to take the brow bone shade and I'm going to put that underneath my brow bone. I'm just going to use a large eyeshadow brush. A lot of people like to use small ones, but I kind of want to round out my eye look, and so when I want to round it out, that transition and that crease shade, then I like to use a large eyeshadow brush. That's kind of a perfect brow bone highlighter because it has just a little bit of shimmer, subtle shimmer in it that gives a nice glow. I really like that color a lot. I'm going to apply that around my tear duct as well. And then I already have some eyeshadow underneath my eye, but it's green. So I'm going to take the I think the transition shade, and I'm just going to go over that, and I'm just going to try to cover up that green color with it so that this is more cohesive of a look. And if you want, you can use that transition shade or the crease shade, and you could also do this above your top lash line to give kind of an eyeliner look, smudged out, soft eyeliner look. This is the look that is on the back of this eyeshadow palette. I would actually recommend going in with the deepest crease color right there and putting that in your outer V just to kind of give some depth and just make the look a little more interesting. So I'm going to take a pointed definer brush and I'm going to use that crease shade and I'm just going to put it on my outer V. There's some fallout you can see right there. And while that works perfect as a crease shade, there's not a whole lot of pigment in it to deepen the V. I'm going to try to layer it a little bit and see if I can get a little bit of depth. Blend it. It added a little bit of depth, but it definitely doesn't have enough pigmentation to really be used in the V. That's the final look. It's just a pretty pink look. It's very simple. If you use it the way they tell you to use it, it works perfectly. If you try to veer from that a little bit, like when I tried to deepen my V, it didn't work quite as well because the crease shade wasn't pigmented enough. But this is a beautiful look. For $2.99, these would be amazing to give a teenager or to add to your collection. You know, if you don't have any pinks in your collection, this could be a great addition if you wanted to have a pink eye look that you could just do really quickly and easily and even have instructions so you don't have to think about it. I think these would be absolutely perfect for beginners if you are learning how to do eyeshadow. And with the $2.99 price tag, you really have absolutely nothing to lose. So if you are at Target and you see one of these 5-pan Wet n Wild eyeshadows and you love the colors in it, I say pick it up and try it. I think you'll enjoy the formula. Is it as good as mid-range brand like, you know, Lorac or Anastasia Beverly Hills? No, it's not, but I don't expect it to be at that price point. For $2.99, this is excellent quality. So that is my little review and demo of the Target March box 2018. If you have any questions, just put them below in the comments section and I'd be happy to answer them. And I just want to thank you for being here with me today. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.